Welcome to the Weather Gurus podcast for December the 8th, 2020. And I want to say a special shout out to those preparing for the holidays of Christmas and also Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to all my friends out there around the U.S. and other places around the world. It'll begin sunset Thursday evening, December 10th, and continues on to sunset December 18th. And for many parts of the country, we're looking at the world weather news here. But for the North American folks in North America, have a chilly start for the southeast and also the northeast coast. No snow showers in the forecast like we had in northern New England and Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts last week. They picked up a couple of anywhere from 3 inches to a foot of snow away from Boston area. But this week, from Wednesday, Thursday to Friday, we're looking at chilly conditions from the east coast, as there is a dip in the subtropical jet stream, but out west there's a big ridge, and that's allowing for dry conditions in the Four Corners from Denver all the way back to LA, and that's increasing the Santa Ana winds. They will continue to be strong, gusting anywhere from 40 knots to 30 knots up to 50 knots, and that will include cities such as Los Angeles, San Francisco, and the Inland Empire, Riverside, and LA counties and San Diego as well. So we want to pray for those in the fire damage as well that they've suffered, as the relative humidity values have been less than 10% in these zones. We're talking 7% in LA County and Riverside County and 2% in San Diego County as far as relative humidity values. A snowstorm is bringing some snow to the Cascades Mountains. Great for skiers up there, but coming through the passes, be careful. Snoqualmie Pass and those passes. Seattle expecting rain Thursday and Friday evening. Drenching rain is expected and during those times, so be careful along Interstate 90 and the Snoqualmie Pass. Upper elevations will be snow, of course. And also, temperatures will begin to rebound. The eastern half has been experiencing temperatures highs in the 40s as far south as Atlanta, Georgia, but they should be able to rebound late week and turn into mild temperatures. To rebound back into the 50s and 60s later on Thursday into Friday. So that's your North American outlook. Elsewhere, we do have some other things going on in the world. We had a freak weather storm that buries an Australian suburb in a hairy panic. Strong storms led to tons of tumbleweeds in Victoria, Australia. A suburb of Hillside, a suburb of Melbourne, Australia, reported tumbleweed. A windstorm came out of nowhere, kind of like a dust storm or a haboob, but instead of what they would experience, a tumbleweed. And so calls came in that they thought it was a thunderstorm, and it was just a bunch of freakish amount of tumbleweed that piled up in residents' homes and in businesses as this winds came up and just created this huge tumbleweed there in Melbourne, Australia. And so winds reached 68 miles an hour. The station reported that winds reached 48 miles an hour. That's the strength of tropical storm force winds equivalent coming in. And many homes became inundated with tumbleweed. So that is something very, very interesting. And elsewhere, this is kind of weather related, but the iconic dome at the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico, world's largest radar telescope, collapses in Puerto Rico. Unbelievable sight. If you've ever been there, it's a very interesting sight. It's a 57-year-old facility that has hosted Nobel Prize winning scientists and blockbuster Hollywood movies over the years. The dome containing the instruments weighs over 1 million pounds. Well, that crashed into the disc below about 60:55 Eastern time at the beginning of the month. That was on December the 1st or 2nd. And the collapse comes just 2 weeks after the National Science Foundation announced it will decommission the facility due to damage incurred by cable breaks, and that was back in early August. And so just in time as it's being decommissioned, I guess you could say it goes out with a bang. And it's unbelievable there. The Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. No injuries were reported, and the National Science Foundation is working with stakeholders to assess the situation. And that's just something that's an unbelievable sight. We're going to be sad to see the observatory go. It hosted many great movies, many great events. But, when it's time has run its course, it's run its course. And, excuse me, pretty much there's a clipper system, if you want to call it an Alberta clipper system, is going to bring some snow to the northeast briefly tonight, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. So look out for that. But total should be less than 3 inches away from I-95. So inland empires from Syracuse to Burlington, Vermont to Ottawa, Canada should experience some slippery roads, reduced visibility and travel delays Tuesday night through Wednesday afternoon. It'll be a quick little burst, Some of the higher elevations of the Tokyo Plateau and the Green and White Mountains of Vermont may see 6 inches storm max, a total of 6 inches. And some of those higher elevations of accumulating snow. But other than that, it should be a quick burst, and then we're back to the sunshine for the rest of the week. And this has been your Weather Gurus daily North American / world weather news for today, December 8, 2020. Please be sure to subscribe, and thank you very much for joining me.